The Galactic Council's fortress world of Apex Prime had stood unconquered for 12,000 cycles. Built within a hollowed-out moon orbiting a neutron star, its triple-layered quantum shields had repelled the most devastating weapons ever deployed in the known universe. The Council's archivist had documented 347 failed assaults by various species, each resulting in the complete annihilation of the attacking force. Admiral Reed stared at the holographic display of this supposedly impregnable stronghold, his weathered face illuminated by the blue glow of tactical readouts. The 63-year-old veteran commanded the HSS Nemesis, humanity's newest warship and the first to incorporate the revolutionary Void engine. Status report, Reed ordered, his voice carrying the calm certainty of a man who had survived 3 interstellar conflicts. Commander Davis approached, tablet in hand. All systems operational, Admiral. The Void engine is stable at 97% capacity. Weapon systems primed. The Council forces haven't detected us yet. Reed nodded. And they won't. Not until it's too late. Humanity had been fighting for its survival since first contact 8 years ago. The Galactic Council, a confederation of 13 advanced species, had declared humans genetically predisposed to violence and unsuitable for galactic integration. Their solution, humanity's containment and eventual extinction. What the Council hadn't anticipated was humanity's response to existential threats. Where other species might surrender or negotiate, humans accelerated. 3 research divisions working around the clock had delivered technological advances that should have taken centuries. Begin the operation, Reed commanded. The HSS Nemesis was unlike any warship ever constructed. Its hull was composed of experimental metamaterials that absorbed rather than reflected energy. Its weapons were powered directly by the Void engine, a device that extracted energy from the quantum vacuum itself. But its most revolutionary feature was its dimensional displacement system, allowing it to partially exist in 2 states simultaneously. The ship silently approached Apex Prime, invisible to conventional sensors. The fortress world continued its regular patrol patterns, oblivious to the human vessel now positioned directly above its outermost defense layer. Lieutenant Wilson, the weapons officer, waited for the command. Sweat beaded on her forehead despite the climate-controlled bridge. Target locked, Admiral. Reed checked the chronometer. The Council is in session. Confirmed, Davis replied. Full assembly, all 13 species represented. Reed took a deep breath. This moment would determine the fate of humanity. Execute Protocol Omega. The Nemesis engaged its dimensional displacement, partially phasing into a different quantum state. The ship's outline blurred as it existed simultaneously in normal space and somewhere else. This state allowed it to bypass the impenetrable shields that had protected Apex Prime for millennia. The Void engine pulsed, channeling unimaginable energy into the ship's main weapon. The Nemesis fired. There was no beam, no missile, no conventional projectile. Instead, a sphere of distorted space-time erupted from the ship and passed through Apex Prime's shields as if they weren't there. When it reached the fortress world, it expanded, creating a localized pocket where the laws of physics temporarily ceased to function. The result was catastrophic. Structures collapsed as the fundamental forces binding matter together weakened. Defense systems failed as energy pathways dissolved. The Council's soldiers, technicians, and representatives experienced firsthand what happens when reality itself becomes unreliable. The attack lasted precisely 17 seconds. When the Nemesis deactivated its weapons, Apex Prime was no longer a fortress. The once mighty Stronghold had been reduced to a floating collection of debris, its imposing structures now little more than dust and twisted metal. Status of the Council members? Reed asked, his voice betraying no emotion. Davis consulted his screen. Sensors indicate numerous escape pods launched during the attack. Most of the Council representatives appear to have survived, Admiral. Reed nodded. This had been by design. Open a broadcast channel to all Council frequencies. The communications officer complied, and Reed stood to address what remained of the Galactic Council. This is Admiral James Reed of the Human Self-Defense Forces. What you have witnessed is the destruction of your supposedly impregnable fortress by a single human warship. We could have eliminated your leadership, but chose not to. Consider this demonstration evidence of both our capability and our restraint. Reed paused, letting his words sink in. For 8 years, you have attempted to eradicate humanity based on your prediction of what we might become. Today, you have glimpsed what we actually are when threatened. We do not seek war or dominion. We seek our rightful place among the stars, not as subjects, but as equals. He gestured to Davis, who transmitted a data packet containing humanity's terms for peace. You have 48 hours to consider our proposal. If accepted, we will begin immediate ceasefire and diplomatic relations. If rejected, Reed allowed himself a grim smile. Be advised that the HSN Nemesis is merely our prototype vessel. The next wave of ships enters service next month. The broadcast ended. Reed returned to his chair as the Nemesis prepared to depart. Set course for Rendezvous Point Delta, he ordered. The stars blurred as the ship accelerated, leaving behind the ruins of Apex Prime, a monument to the galaxy's miscalculation. Humanity had been judged too dangerous to exist among the stars. Now the Council would reconsider, not because humans had proven themselves peaceful, but because they had demonstrated something the galaxy respected even more, the power to stand their ground. The message was clear: underestimate humans at your peril.